What is going on, wrestling fans? It is IC Fall. Welcome back to Ringside News. Boy, this Monday Night Raw was definitely not about wrestling. It was about storytelling. And the story of tonight was, boy, does Liv Morgan want Dirty Dom's Dirty Dom. Because all night long, we had titillations of the juices, as Max Dupree once said. Titillating the juices. It's a hard word to say. Say it 3 times fast. But we see in the Judgment Day Clubhouse, Dom has a key to Liv Morgan's hotel. She left it for him. And JD is shocked by this. Finn Balor is shocked by this. But Carlito, he thinks it's cool. He thinks it's cool. And I have to say, Carlito is the good friend. Finn Balor last week was cock blocking Dom all night long. This week, right here in this segment, Carlito, he thinks it's cool. And let's be honest. Come on. If you have a set of eyes, Liv Morgan, she is beautiful. Okay? It's not like oh, please stay away from me. No. Dom is a lucky man right now with that mustache. I think it's so prominent. But it gets dirtier here. It gets dirtier on Raw. In a segment, Liv Morgan is knocked off the apron, landing on Dominik Mysterio in the most sexual position possible. The missionary, tried and true. It does the job. And here we are with Liv Morgan and Dom. Is this leading to a live sex celebration? Is that what we're going for here? Because you know what? Edge and Lita did it, and the ratings went well. Why not again? Little Latino heat. But I think it's hilarious. I think it's amazing that this is happening. And I haven't really seen any complaints yet, because I'm waiting for everyone to complain. Oh, Liv Morgan's just a sex object now. Oh, no. Guess what? There's multiple layers to multiple characters, and sometimes their prominent personality is maybe sexual, or possibly, think about this one, she's using her assets to trick Dom into just getting more revenge on Rhea Ripley. Hello? It's okay. But I really haven't seen any complaints yet, but most likely, since it's, the internet, there will be complaints. But I think right now, congratulations, Dom. Congratulations. He doesn't want this, though. He doesn't want this. And Liv Morgan wants to call Dom her daddy. My God. But trickery was afoot here on Monday Night Raw. Because down in that corner, as a Judgment Day is getting their shit together, finally coming together as one, because Damian Priest has a huge championship match coming up against Drew McIntyre. Finn Balor stole the key. Right down here. He stole the key that Liv Morgan left for Dom, that Dom threw down earlier on the table, that everyone was shocked except for Carlito. But I bet Carlito is going to be more shocked when he goes to put his hand down to get that hotel key, and it's missing because Finn Balor has it. I don't know what's happening with Finn Balor here, but I'm intrigued. This is Dom, Liv, Finn Balor, Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley storyline. Dude, I am all in. Men's soap opera. Give me popcorn. Let me enjoy this because it is outstanding. It is outstanding. I'm glad I saved that photo. Ricochet tried to stop Braun Breaker backstage. And if you've been living underneath the rock, you know Ricochet's contract is up in the WWE. So most believe tonight on Raw was his last night. And if that's so, well, he did a great job at what he was told to do. But I am still shocked when I interviewed him a few years ago that we talked about how there was a 2-night WrestleMania. He was the Intercontinental Champion and he was left off the card. How does that happen? It's 2 nights. He's the Intercontinental Champion. And that's probably why, because Vince McMahon was running shit back then, and he didn't really understand that people think the Intercontinental Championship is important, and it should be on the card, but not just on the card. It's 2 nights. You can find a spot. But Braun Breaker murdered Ricochet on television in front of all of us for our entertainment. He was put in an ambulance. He was thrown on top of a car. Nothing like a power slam on a car. Thanks for attacking that car with your back, Ricochet. We really appreciate it. We do appreciate you. And I always enjoyed his work in NXT, North American champion. But a lot of times in the WWE, high-flying wrestling is not the forte. It's not where you become world champion. Rey Mysterio has a whole gimmick based around being a luchador in his mask and doing a few high-flying moves. But it's really hard to just be like, oh, okay, you're the high flyer, because that's what happens. There's only usually 1 or 2. It's never 10. So if this is the end of Ricochet, well, Public Enemies Podcast, thank you for this image of Ricochet in heaven now with the alligator that bit Chubbs' hand. Chubbs is dead because he fell off a window. And Abraham Lincoln, we all know, I think, because he was shot in a movie theater. Thank you, Public Enemies Podcast. We continue the storyline of Sami Zayn trying to convince the Alpha Academy to leave Chad Gable. And this is interesting because Otis and Sami Zayn bring up their past. Sami Zayn had the bloodline, and then he chose Kevin Owens. But Otis says he was mentioning Mandy Rose and Tucker, the Money in the Bank briefcase. Chad Gable was there. He didn't actually say those words, but he, at one time, he had it all. At one time, Otis had it all. Mandy Rose, his tag team partner, Tucker, the Money in the Bank briefcase. And then he lost Mandy Rose. He lost his briefcase. His tag team partner turned on him. And then his tag team partner got fired a week later. And now Chad Gable was there for him. But now it seems like Chad Gable is not here for him anymore. And this is intriguing because obviously, right? Obviously, Alpha Academy is going to leave Chad Gable. Or the big shocker here is they all join Chad Gable and all turn heel and tell Sami Zayn to screw himself. And Chad Gable becomes the Intercontinental Champion, showing that everything Chad Gable said was true about the Alpha Academy, that they could rise up and be better than they were. So I would love to see Otis and Maxine and Tozawa turn heel and help Chad Gable, because everyone's like, oh, they're obviously going to turn when Otis turns on Gable, that pop. Well, guess what? Maybe there's not going to be a pop. Maybe your sad tears are going to fill it up. Plenty of cups. And I love it so much. And of course, the match that stole the show tonight, Dragunov versus Braun Breaker. Dude, I thought they were going to wait for a pay-per-view. I thought everyone was saying Bash in Berlin. This was going to be the match, one of the matches in Bash in Berlin or SummerSlam. I know they want to see Dragunov versus Gunther as well. Like, they want to see Dragunov versus everybody. But I was surprised that Dragunov and Braun Breaker was put on Raw instead of maybe the SmackDown before Clash of the Castle or Clash of the Castle. Either way, you know, I thought Raw was fun tonight. Obviously, we're building to Clash of the Castle, the matches that are booked. So, all in all, Raw was a good show. A damn good show. And obviously, we continue the storyline with Otis and Chad Gable. Finn Balor has Liv Morgan's hotel key. So there's a lot happening here. But I would say watch Raw if you haven't watched it, because it's a lot of fun. I thought it was a good show. And plus, we have a pay-per-view coming up this weekend. I'm sorry, PLE coming up this weekend. So enjoy that. Enjoy this and subscribe to us right here on Ringside News. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.